Alright, next up he's got a DP. It's called KoFXIII. So the ADP has upper body invincibility. Oops. And the C version has full invincibility, and it has a follow-up, which is forward kicks. Forward hard kick. There we go. Well, actually, never mind. You can use either kick for the follow-up. But yeah, the C version starts up slower though. But if you get it, you do get a hard knockdown. So let's see, just to show you the invincibility properties. See, I just did the ATP and it didn't work out. But the CDP does have that full invincibility. And the EX version, oops, didn't come out. The EX version does have full invincibility, and it comes out faster than the C version. So if you want to do a reversal, you usually want to do the C version. But if you feel like your C version is not going to be fast enough for whatever for whatever reason, then you use the EX version. And the EX version has, you know, multiple hits, travels forward a bit, and it does the follow-up automatically. So anyways, for the C version, you always want to do a follow-up. There's no reason to Roger Dodger this shit and not do the follow-up. You know, you do less damage and you don't get the hard knockdown. So why would you not want to do the follow-up? You know what I mean? So yeah, even on whiff you could do the follow-up. So it's a good choice to do. Just use it anyways, even if you whiff, because who knows? Maybe they'll try to run up and punish you, but then they'll eat the overhead instead. So that's always, it's just good to know. Let's see what else. So for the A version, you can use it to anti-air, but since it has upper body invincibility, and so that's about it for his crow bite. I'll go over how they're gonna be used in a combo. Let's see, blackout. No, oh right, forgot about his Iron Trigger follow-up. So the Iron Trigger, earlier I said there's a projectile follow-up with his 4B and then 4D. But if you press the kicks backwards, if you press back and kicks, you get this, the blackout. It's just sort of like a gimmick. So let's say you're in the corner and you somehow get your Iron Triggers. You can use it to get out of the corner. You're supposed to be blocking, my bad. So if you're in the corner, you can just throw this out and do the follow-up. Oops. You do the follow-up. You can also use blackout raw, which is quarter circle forward kicks. So the B version travels this far, about a third of the screen, and the D version travels about maybe 3/4 of the screen. And the EX version travels only the same distance as the B version. Alright, so why would you want to use blackout? I guess to get out of the corner if you want, but just know that it's not safe at all. If someone's pressuring me, you know, if they just press a button, you won't be able to pass through them. Alright, so the EX version does have invincibility. So let's test that out on Wake Up. Oops, that was completely botched. So it does have startup invincibility. You can use it as an escape option if you're cornered, kind of like Athena's EX teleport. But you don't want to use it too often, just as an escape option. So just pretend that you don't have blackout. Alright, don't use the B version, don't use the D version. It's unsafe. I mean, not completely unsafe, but it's not invincible. It doesn't have startup invincibility, and you could get hit out of it. So if your opponent has good reactions, they could do a lot of things to you. And usually people get the blackout by accident. Like because the Iron Trigger has kick follow-ups, they might skip the Iron Trigger by accident and just, you know, get blackout instead by accident. Alright, let's see what else is Crowbite, Mid Spike, Nose Spike, and Minute Spike. Okay. So this last special that I need to cover is Minute Spike. So this is mainly used in the combo. You never use this raw. So, and Minute Spike has a follow-up that hits low. Oh yeah, he's in the air, but it does not hit high. And you can also do this in the air. Alright, however, you cannot do his follow-up in the air if you use the aerial version. I'll go over the differences between the aerial version and the grounded version. So the grounded version, on hit or on whiff, you could do the follow-up and it will hit low. But mainly you want to use it in a combo like this. Like after Iron Trigger, you do that and you immediately do the follow-up. It's gonna whiff, but you're gonna recover. You're gonna recover and you'll be able to do, you know, a follow-up from it. So it's not a move you want to use raw. I mean, I guess if your opponent is not knowledgeable about K, you know, and they block this, I mean they don't block low, then you'll probably get them with it. But on block, it's unsafe. Oops, all guard. So I'll record the dummy to do it. My bad, sorry about that. Yeah, it's punishable. I was just struggling with it because I normally don't deal with K players who use that, but it is punishable. The EX version is a little bit safer. Yeah, it's a little bit safer. But if someone has an instant command grab, you'll be able to punish it. So, the EX version, none of these have invincibility, so don't even think about it. And of course you always want to do the follow-up, because if you don't, you're gonna be even more punishable than if you were to do the follow-up. Alright, so the aerial version. So what's so special about the aerial version? It's an anywhere juggle property. Usually in KoF, for juggling, you can't just use a blowback and then hit somebody out of the air unless you get them off a counter hit. Like that. But with his aerial minute spike, just cancel it from his blowback, and you get that anywhere juggle state. You don't even have to cancel it. You can just jump again, and you'll get that. But of course you have to do it fast enough. It's a great tool to use in the air to add damage when you get knockdowns or when you hit them out of the air. It's also cancelable from his jabs, his punches. But yeah, mostly Minute Spike is meant to be used in a combo. If you hit them with the EX version, you can combo off of it. I don't think you could do that from the regular versions. Nope, you cannot. Alright, so that's it for his specials. Next, I'm gonna go over his supers.